Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. People that are connecting there, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm just waiting for the rest of your classmates to come inside the Zoom. Okay. Very good, students. And we're going to start. Okay. Okay, students, so we're going to start now. Everybody paying attention to what we're going to do. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to stop sharing here. First of all, I'm going to check who are in the class. Then we're going to go back, okay? 12 people, we're missing a lot of students, okay? I have Libra, Amsi, Bruno, Marco, Luis Pablo, Alondra, Elena, Jimena, Pablo Andre, Elisa, Santiago, okay? Good, but we're still missing a couple of students, but we're going to start, okay? We're going to start with the class. So I want for you to pay attention to this, okay? We're going to start with the review of writing. So students, pay attention. Look, it says, we're going to go over the writing review. Then we're going to check the topics that are going to come in the exam. We're going to understand the exam of writing. We're going to answer questions about writing, and we're going to make a short review or a short go over through the conventions exam, okay? I want for you to take out your writing notebook, and I want for you to remember that your homework is going to be to study for your writing exam, okay? But right now, I need for you to take your writing notebook. Everybody, please take out your writing notebook. We're going to start with the writing notebook, okay? So I'm going to share you here what we're going to do as a review. I already have it here, and I want to show it to you. Here it is. Everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. Yes. Libra, can you see it? AMSI, okay, very good. Very, very good. So I'm going to put it here so you can understand it and you can see it. It says, the writing review. Instructions. Students will write a manual on something they want, like bake a cake, fix a tire, or prepare a meal. The menu must include instructions and organization. It has to be with writing in the student's own word, and it has to be in chronological order with the problem and the solution. Also, students should study the meaning of key features of. Okay, so these are the two topics that are going to come in the exam, okay? Right now we're going to develop them. The two topics are week number 3, where I'm going to put it here, week 3, and week 5, okay? Week 5. Those are the 2 weeks that are going to come in the exam. In week number 3, we saw the instructions, the organization. Right now I'm going to put here, those are the pages where you can see the information. For example, I'm going to start writing here in the, I'm going to write here in the word, the key features. Remember, instructions are, they explain how to do something in an easy way, okay? So remember that instructions are a way to do something in an easy process. A way to do something in an easy to follow process. Okay, that's instructions. That's basically what an instruction is. Remember that you also need to explain step by step. Step by step. And you also need to explain the process, like how something is done, and you use time order words. Like the time order words are first, second, at the beginning, at the end, and between, in the middle. Okay, those are words. Those are time order words, okay? Also remember, students, they are written in a list form. Everything is written in a list form, okay? And something also very important, You have to organize information. Information. Okay. You have to organize the information, students. Yes, Santiago?
Mister.
Yes.
Tomorrow we will have work or only the exam?
We're going to have the first class. Right now, I'm going to explain you that. I'm going to put it here. The exam is going to be at 10:15.
Okay.
At 10, you connect to Zoom at 10:10. Okay. I'm going to give you instructions. Then the exam is going to be at 10:15. And when you finish, you can go out and you have to connect back second class. Class is going to be at 11. Okay.
And that be only party?
No, it's going to be a protocolo. We're going to do a close up of the year. We're going to do some dynamics. I'm going to share you some information. I'm going to give you some things. And then we're going to do, like, there's an order of the day, there's a plan of the day. So there I'm going to show it. We're not going to work, we're going to do some activities here. But yes, we're going to have a little bit of interaction. We're going to talk and all that, okay?
Okay.
Very good. So that's very important to understand. I'm going to put it in red so you can see it. Sorry, not that one. Black color. Let me just fix it, okay? Okay, there it is. You have to connect to the Zoom at 10:10 for instructions. At exam, it will be at, I'm going to put here, writing exam. Writing exam is going to be at 10:15, okay? And the second class is going to be at 11 to close up the year, okay? Jimena, what's the question? You don't have questions? I don't listen to you, Jimena.
You can close right now the chat.
Right now. Okay, Elisa.
Teacher, you can do more big the review.
Yes. Okay. There it is. Give me a second, okay? Okay, I'm just looking here. Okay, got it. There, students. So that's the information for week number 3. Now I'm going to go to the information of week number 5, okay? Problem solution essays, okay? To focus on an idea. Let me open it here in the computer so you can check it, okay? Give me a second. Okay. Give me a second. I'm just, okay, here. 86. So remember that for instructions and organizations, I need for you to copy this information, a way to do something in an easy way to follow. Right now, I'm going to explain you. First, I'm going to put you all the information, okay? Here. Wait, give me a second, okay? There's an error. Here I wrote the wrong information, okay? Sorry, I need for you to erase this, and we are going to put, well, I'm going to tell you what to put. Problem solution, and you're going to put narrative adventure stories. Adventure story, okay? Sorry, it was my error. If you can correct that, please. Please correct that. Okay, ready? So I'm going to put here. Remember that a problem solution, you know that it's problems. It's like the problem solution. It's more likely to be the climax, okay? The climax is always going to give us the problem and the solution. It will give us the solution to the problem. Always the climax, it's like the reaching point where the story has a solution, where there's no more bad things happening because the main characters fix it, or that's basically how the problem solution works. It has like a way of solving the mystery, or it has a way of creating like a solution. That's like the problem solution or the problem solving, okay? So that basically, it's like what's going to be a climax is more likely to be the solution, okay? That's the solution. Now, for a narrative adventure story, I'm going to put it here. And adventure story. I'm going to change just the letter because it doesn't seem very good. Adventure story. We're going to start writing that. You should already have it because we wrote it down in last week, a couple of days ago. We wrote it. So I need for you to have this in your notebook, okay? Maybe you should already have it, but I want for you to be sure to have it in your notebook, okay? I want for you to check it out, and here it is. Remember our imaginative stories that describe a dangerous or exciting quest or search. Okay, I'm going to change the letter so you can copy it. There. That's very important. That's the most important part of the adventures, okay? That's the most important. That's like the top point or the most important part. So that's what you have to write there. What else, students? Now we're going to start writing the key features. Remember that the adventure story is the climax, or sorry, the setting. It's always in an interesting place, okay? The setting is always, it always tell us about an interesting place. And most likely the adventure, it's built around a center problem, a quest, or a problem. Okay, always the adventure stories are focused in one certain problem, okay? Something very important is that includes very unusual situations. It includes unusual situations, okay? And it also includes details that describe the characters, okay? So those are the two main parts. Right now we're going to go to the third part, but it says, I'm going to let you copy this information. Right now I'm going to go ahead and explain it, okay? I will give you a couple of minutes for you to copy it. Don't write here, please. I'm going to close that. The convention exam, it's going to be at 11:05, okay? At that time it starts the exam. At the time it starts, right now we're going through the review of writing. So I want for you to pay attention to this. Okay, students. Moving forward with the information. Okay, everybody's ready? There's something wrong here, let me see. Give me a second, I'm having some troubles here. Okay, here it is, ready. Okay, I already give you time for you to copy this. Everybody should have copied it. Everybody put me in a 1 in the chat if you finish copying. A 1 please in the chat if you finish copying. Okay, Alondra, Maria Angel, Julie, Jimena, Elisa. Very good, very good, very good. Everybody finish copying. Okay, Luis Pablo. Very good. Okay. Okay, very good. So let's continue. It says, here, students, pay attention to this. It says instructions. Students will write a manual or something they want, like bake a cake, fix a tire, or prepare a meal. The manual must include instructions and organization. It has to be written in the student's own words and has to be in chronological order with the problem and solution. All students should study the meaning of key features. Okay, so what is going to be in the exam, students? Pay attention. The exam is going to be questions about instructions and organization, questions about adventure stories, the problem and solution. And for example, they're going to come little like paragraphs, párrafos. They're going to come paragraphs that will explain you. For example, there's going to be a paragraph. In the story, Encyclopedia Brown, what was the climax of the story? And there are going to be 4 options. When Leroy Brown discovered that Sam Main was a thief, when the father captured the criminal, when the mother and the father were all united in the house, or when Fred disappeared. Those are the 4 options, and you have to choose which is the climax of the story, and then it's going to be another question. In the story, The Code Breakers, can you tell me what is the main problem? Or it's going to be another question like it says. In the story, Encyclopedia Brown, can you tell me which were the steps that Encyclopedia Brown had to follow to discover the thief or the criminal that stole Fred? Those type of questions are going to come in the exam. They're going to be questions that have to do with instructions, with organization, with problem and solution, and with the narrative adventure stories, okay? They're going to be also questions like, choose the best answer. When we are talking about explanation of step-by-steps, we are talking about a what? A problem solution, a narrative story, an adventure story, or an instruction and organization. And you have to choose the correct answer depending on the key features, okay? It's going to be very short. There are going to be 20 questions. I'm going to close the chat because you're getting distracted. So students, remember that there's going to be questions about this. There's going to be questions about these are the key features. So I'm going to put here in the top, key features. Okay. They're key features. I wanted to be in yellow, so there. So like that, it's like what you have to do, okay? Remember, students, that this information is going to come in your exam, and it's going to be there's an extra part, writing for test, adventures. I'm going to put some questions that are going to say extra points, okay? Extra points. They're going to be questions about adventure, about the week 3 and week 5 stories. But if they do not say extra points, there are questions of the exam. If they say extra points, there are going to be sentence or questions that are going to give you extra. It's going to say extra points plus 1, or extra points plus 2, or extra points plus 3. Depends on how complicated or how difficult is the question. It's going to have plus 1, plus 2, or plus 3 points, okay? It's going to be an exam of 20 or 25 questions, and including the extra point questions. So it's going to be very short. Don't worry, it's going to be very easy. It's going to be of things that you already know, things that you already study. So don't worry, in these pages, you can study about the topics, okay? Page 186 and page 195 of week number 5, and page 114 and page 121 of week number 3, okay? Those are the week, those are the questions that you're going to have. And most of it, there you have to answer with this information, okay? Sorry. Remember to check all this information. And there's going to be also a part, students, where you will have to write a manual. What is a manual? Es un manual of how to bake a cake, fix a tire, or prepare a meal. Bake a cake. A manual of how to bake a cake. Okay, number 1, you get the eggs. Number 2, you get the milk. Number 3, or you can put number 1, ingredients, eggs, milk, butter, flour, all those. And then step number 2, you mix the milk with the eggs and the flour. Step number 3, you put the cake inside of the oven for 45 minutes with a temperature of 250 degrees Celsius. And then how to fix a tire. Number 1, you take out the material, which is going to be the extra tire, the jack, and the screwdrivers. So that's, and then prepare a meal. For number 1, you get, if you want to prepare a sandwich, if you want to prepare a lasagna, if you want to prepare spaghetti, or if you want to prepare a pizza, what do you need to do? You have to write a little manual. That's what is going to come in the exam also. There's going to be a little part there where you have to put step by step, what do you have to do in your manual? You have to write it with your computer. For example, step number 1, this. Step number 2, this. Step number 3, this. Step number 4, this. And you have to complete the whole paragraph or the whole little space with information about this manual, okay? That's going to be basically it. So that's about it, students. So now I'm just going to go ahead, and we're missing 5 minutes to close the exam, to close the Zoom. So I'm going to give you a quick review of what's going to be the exam of conventions. Right now at 11 that you connect again, the exam is going to be open so you can start answering it, okay? Just give me a second here. I'm going to project you the exam so you can start right now at 11, okay? Give me a second. Let me just open the exam. Here, okay. Okay, I'm going to project the exam now. Here. Pay attention, I'm going to give you like a little explanation of what's going to come in the exam, okay? Look, it says conventions exams, last bimester, June 25, 2020. Convention exams. It says the convention exam, remember you will have 40 minutes to answer this exam, and questions are going to be about week number, sorry, this is not 3 and 4, it's, let me edit this. It's about week number 3 and week number 3 and week number 5, okay? So that's what's going to come in the exam. Remember, week number 3, it's about pronouns and antecedents, and week number 5, it's about contractions and negatives, okay? Yes, Jimena, what's the question? Jimena?
Now my Zoom closes. They say yesterday closed. But sorry for go out of the Zoom.
I don't understand, Jimena. Your volume is very low. I'm going to open the chat so you can put me the question in the chat, okay? Yes, Julie, what's the question?
Teacher, the exam, I don't see.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to share it again. Thank you, Julie, for that. Santiago, what's the question?
Mister,
Yes.
But, ¿cómo va a ser?
English.
How we need to do that? The manual, pues.
There's
With
a little space.
first, next, second, or with 1, 2, 3, 4.
You decide. You decide. You can put first, second, third, last. Or you can put number 1, this, number 2, this, number 3, this. Remember, you have to choose time, order, words, okay?
And need to has a specific thing or something.
Well, it has to be of something that you want to do. For example, you can do it of how to make a pizza, how to make a sandwich, how to fix a tire, how to make a YouTube video. You choose the specific topic. Okay,
Okay.
very good. Bruno, what's the question?
Can I go?
No, Bruno.
No.
Okay, Elisa.
Teacher,
Mhm.
we need to copy that of the extra points in the last part of the review.
No, you don't have to copy it.
No.
Okay. And Amsi. Yes, Amsi.
And how many? I have two questions. And how many questions are in the exam of conventions?
25.
And tomorrow we're going to have two exams.
No, only one. Writing exam.
Okay.
Okay. Elisa.
Teacher, and that of the cake,
Yes.
you gonna do today of homework or
No.
tomorrow in the exam?
Tomorrow in the exam.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm going to project you the conventions exam so you can see what is it about. Like here, everybody see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Okay, this is the exam. This is what is going to come in the exam. It says conventions exam. Remember, you will have 40 minutes to answer the exam. Our questions are going to be about week 3 and week number 5. Pronouns and antecedents, contractions and negatives, okay? There are 25 questions. Some are mismatch, some are others. You have to choose the correct contraction. Some of them you have to choose the correct contraction in parentheses. It's very easy, the exam. You have to write the correct contraction. You have to find the correct words of contraction. So it's going to be very, very easy, okay? So right now at 11, I'm going to connect to the Zoom. I'm going to be here in the Zoom. If you have any questions, you can come to the Zoom at 11 and you can start immediately doing your conventions exam at 11, okay? But coming to the exam, coming to the Zoom, if you have any questions, okay? Inesperate close of Zoom, sorry, that your Zoom, okay, Jimena, your Zoom closed. Don't worry,